Java provides two selection statements, if and switch. We will first look at the if statement followed by the switch statement. In our daily lives, most of the decisions we make depend upon some factors. If it is cold, we wear a jacket. If it is raining and we must step outside, we wear a raincoat or we take an umbrella. If our mobile phone's battery is low, we put it on charging. If we are hungry, we eat food. Java's if statement helps us to do the same things in our program. That is, if statement helps to execute a set of statements based on certain conditions. In its most simple form, if statement is written like this. The if statement will test the condition. If condition is true, then statement is executed. If condition is false, then statement is bypassed. Recall from our code blocks and tokens discussion that a code block containing multiple statements can replace the statement after if like this. The condition in if statement should be an expression that evaluates to a Boolean value. We can also use a Boolean variable as condition of if statement. We will see an example of this soon. Many times, we want to do one set of things if some condition is true and a different set of things if that condition is false. Building on our previous example, if it is raining, I will go to my office by car. Otherwise, I will go by bike. If it is a holiday, you will not go to school. Otherwise, you will go to school. If statement provides an optional else clause to do such decision making in our programs. Its syntax is this. If condition evaluates to true, statement A is executed. If condition is false, statement B is executed. The if-else construct ensures that depending on the condition, either statement A or statement B will be executed. Remember that in no case will both statements be executed. Like if statement, here also we can replace statement A and statement B with code blocks containing multiple statements. Enough theory, it is time to look at a few BlueJ programs to see if-else statement in action. This first program takes three numbers as input from the user and prints the largest of the three numbers. This program demonstrates the simple use of if statement without any else clause. Let's go through the program to understand it. Here, we accept three numbers from the user as input using the scanner class and store them in int variables a, b and c respectively. Now, we need to find the greatest of these three numbers. How to do that? I have declared this variable max here to hold the value of the greatest number. I will start by assuming that the first number is the greatest number. So, I am assigning the value of first number A to max. After that, I will check if the second number is greater than my greatest number. If it is, then second number will become my greatest number. So, in the first if statement, I am checking if the value of B is greater than the value of max. If it is, then I am assigning the value of B to max as B is the greatest number now. If B is not greater than max, then max will keep the value of A which we assigned to it previously. At this point, we have found the greater of the two numbers between A and B. Next, I will check if the third number is greater than my greatest number. To do that, in the next if statement, I am checking if C is greater than max. If it is, then I am assigning the value of C to max. If it is not, then max keeps its value. After the second if check, max has the value of the greatest of the three numbers which I am printing with the help of println method. Let's execute this program. It is asking me to enter the first number. I will enter 88. I am giving 150 and 37 as the second and third number. It is correctly printing 150 as the greatest of 88, 150 and 37. Next program shows the use of if-else statement, so let's head to it. This is a very simple program which accepts a number from the user and prints whether the number is even or odd. First, we ask the user to input the number that we will be checking for even or odd. Next, we check if the number is divisible by 2 with the help of the modulus operator. If dividing the number by 2 doesn't leave any remainder, then number is even, otherwise it is odd. Let's execute the program and test it with some inputs. Our program correctly identifies even and odd numbers. So far, in our if-else program, we have been using expressions which evaluate to a Boolean value as the condition of our if statements. In the greatest number program, we used b greater than max and c greater than max as conditions of the if statement. In odd-even program, we used number modulus 2. As I mentioned before, we can also use a Boolean variable as the condition of the if statement. This simple program will demonstrate it. I have a Boolean variable is raining which I have initialized to true. In the if check, I am directly using the variable is raining. If is raining is true, I am printing I will go to office in car. If it is false, I am printing I will go to office on bike. Let me execute it. As I have set is raining to true, I will go to office in car is getting printed on the screen. Let me change is raining to false and execute it. Now I get I will go to office on bike as the output. So we can use a Boolean variable directly as the condition of an if statement. I can write the if statement like this as well. Both ways are equivalent. Let me execute it and show you that I will get the same output as before. Here, this usage of equality operator to check for true is redundant as is raining is a Boolean variable itself and can be used directly as the condition of if statement. Before we wrap up this video, I want to show you a very important thing about if-else statements and code blocks. This is a very simple guess my favorite letter program. I have chosen K as my favorite letter. I ask the user to input their guess for what my favorite letter is. I check if the user has entered K. I check for both upper and lowercase k as I want my program to be case insensitive. Depending on whether or not the user has guessed correctly, I print an appropriate message for the user. Take a moment, pause the video, go through the program and see if you can spot any error in it. Were you able to figure out what's wrong? Let's see if you have identified the error correctly. Let's execute the program. Let's make an incorrect guess first. I will enter C as my guess. Nothing wrong there, the output looks fine. Let me clear the console window, execute the program again, and this time I will enter the correct guess K. Now, do you see the error? Along with the message for correct guess, the program is also printing the second line of incorrect message output. So, what went wrong? Let's go back to the program and check. Remember, only one statement can appear directly after the if or the else. If you want to include more than one statements, you must create a code block by enclosing the statements within a set of curly braces. Looking at the indentation level of this line, it is clear that I want to execute both statements inside the else clause of the if statement. But if you remember our discussion about white space in Java, compiler ignores all the white space. It only cares about the tokens in the program. So this code compiles and executes but behaves incorrectly. To make both these statements execute inside the else clause, I need to enclose them within a pair of curly braces like this. Now our program should behave correctly. Let's check. It is behaving correctly. Forgetting to define a code block when one is needed is a common cause of errors. So, be watchful for your statements after the if and else clause and don't let this error happen to you.